Hey, what's up everyone? Ever wondered why your art isn't selling? What is actually stopping it? Well, first of all, like most artists don't really even know where to start, right? The start of everything is obviously the canvas. That is where you're going to be painting your piece. So, how do you actually get to pick what is the best option for you? And it took me a while to actually find that out as well, because I didn't know. Most of the times I was just painting whatever I can paint, whatever canvas. I didn't really pay any attention on whatsoever to the size. But in the art world, in the industry, this matters. Every single size of canvas is a message. It aligns specifically to what your target audience is. So cutting it short, the size of your piece does matter. First of all, before we get started, I'd like to actually know, comment down below, if you're an artist, what is typically the size that you work with? It's fascinating. I'd like to know. Comment down below. And also, YouTube has this new hype button, so don't forget to hype this video up so you can reach as many people as it can, so you can also help them and help me out too. Boost me up in the algorithm. So to help you out and find a greater understanding with this, I am an artist that sells in this platform called Singular. They have this analytics section where you can see what your typical collector likes to buy. The first one, preferred size as the biggest margin, is 35%, which is small paintings. Secondly is large, followed by medium, followed by miniature, and smallest of all being oversized. So oversized could be anything from more than a meter. So that's fascinating, because when you look at the things that actually gets bought the most, it's the small paintings. It may not be in terms of revenue, like being bought the highest price, but if you want to have continuous sales, then that's something that you might want to think about. You might want to be able to create smaller pieces that can generate income continuously. So smaller paintings would be similar to a piece like this, right? So this piece right here is a, let me look at the size, 30 by 30 centimeters. So one of my impressionist piece, by the way. This is going to be really good in the market. It's something that you can sell fairly quickly according to those statistics. But mind you, it does come at a smaller price. Like you won't be able to charge as much with these type of pieces. So you might want to consider that as well if you want to generate, if you're thinking more about revenue rather than sales. Secondly is large, which is surprising, because you'd probably think that, like, yeah, surely it's somewhere in the middle, like medium, right? But no. Okay, so the art market, statistically speaking, actually favors large pieces more, and this is the sweet spot. As an artist, this is where you can actually charge a lot more, and people are more inclined to actually buy it. So if you're gonna spend your time creating artwork, you might as well do it in a large piece. So this is the whole point of this video. I don't want you to waste your time like I did and so many different artists, right? I want you to focus on the things that actually work. So creating in a large piece is the most profitable out of all of them. Simplified. Okay, that's all you really need to think about, right? Whether you be an abstract painter, whatever your style is, create them in large pieces and build your collection of that. Especially for abstract pieces, it's much easier to actually sell these. I remember, for instance, I had this piece that I created. It was a 40 by 30, I believe, inch piece. It was part of my abstract connectivism collection, and I made it. You know, it took me 5-10 minutes to actually create it, and then I sold it within the same day. And I'm like, oh wow, that's fascinating, because I spent weeks, sometimes months, on a very technical painting, landscape or portraits, layers and layers of paints, and they just sit around for months, sometimes even years, not being sold. Whereas I just made this abstract work and it sold straight away. Which goes on to the next point, that abstract is actually the most profitable field in terms of style. So that's something that you might want to consider if you want to actually be profitable. The main point of this is that people want to buy things that they can put on their wall and actually cherish it, actually view it. If it's something that's just small, yeah, people do buy that, and they do put it in the wall, but then they won't be paying a lot of money for it. And sometimes it's a harder sell, because if you're going to buy something that's small, I mean, you don't really want to be investing your money in it. It's a weird psychology in collectors that if they want to invest something, it's either you go big or you go home. Like, you're not going to be investing in something that's just like a small piece. Like this dog, for instance, right here, right? I call it a donut dog. This has been here for a while. This hasn't sold. But it's not because it ain't good. It's just that if they want to buy a painting of a dog, they want to buy a big painting of a dog. Something they can fully immerse themselves in. And that was my mistake. I also done a lot of studies like this. So this is just on a canvas right here. I've also done a lot of studies like this. And I would suggest that this is my biggest mistake starting off as an artist. Don't create as if you're just a trial. Create as if it's going to be going to a gallery exhibition. And that way you can actually build a cohesive collection that is actually worthwhile. Something that you can be proud of, something you can build in your as part of your portfolio. So I would say that that is the biggest mistake I made, and it's something I would want you to heed, something that I can advise you not to go that route. Whenever you're creating, think about your collection. Think of building your collection, which leads us to the next point, and that building that collection requires you to have your own style, but most importantly, those styles have their own sizes of canvases. So, for instance, I have my abstract humedics, right? So that's these paintings right here. These humedics, these collection, they're all 32 by 32 inch. One of my gallerists told me this, and that people, especially gallerists, collectors alike, they like fluidity. They like something that is continuous, something that is reliable. And if your pieces are painted on a small, big, large, medium, all the same style, it's not cohesive. So you have to think about, imagine putting in a gallery. So when you put it in a gallery, what do you have? You can have, imagine a small piece and then a big piece here. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look cohesive. It's like speaking different languages. You want them to all speak the same language, to be in the same page throughout your whole collection. Now, you can have multiple collections, that's fine. But make sure that whatever style it is you're painting with is always the same. So, for instance, I have my abstract paintings, and every single one of those abstract paintings are all large. So it's either 40 to 30 inch. That's it. Then I have my humedic series. That's all 32 by 32 inches. And then I have my landscape paintings, my impressionist. They are 20 by 30 inches. So this is what I mean by building a cohesive collection. It's not just about the style that you paint in, it's also about the canvas that you paint on. And once you do that, you're on your way to being a professional artist with a good collection. Now, it took me many years to actually understand this. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you can paint the same thing in every single thing, right? It doesn't matter, surely. Good painting is good painting. Unfortunately, it's not. Because the world is blind, especially the art world. If guys out here buying bananas for millions, yeah, something definitely ain't right. So in doing so, you need to create your own voice, your own vision, a style that they can recognize you for before you even walk into a room. So for instance, my humedics piece, if they see a 32 by 32 piece, if you put that in a gallery in a wall, I don't even need to walk there. They'll know, okay, that's a square orientation, nice medium to large piece, and it has the same style. It's cohesive. I know that's Rodolfo's work. So that's what I mean by building that cohesive style and finding your own voice. But don't make the same mistake as I did before, where I started to stylize my multitude of different type of works before I actually built a collection. I want you to, if you want to succeed much quicker than I did, I'm 6 years into the game now. I wish I was a lot more successful if I had just listened to these type of advice. So build a collection first, whatever it is. Do the one that you like most. Okay, it's as simple as that. If you have multiple styles, look at the style that you actually like the most, and not the style that you're the best at. Look at the style that you actually like the most. So when you find that, hone on it and build a good 10 to 20 collection, and even more if you can. I know at the beginning I was so stubborn about this, yeah, but my work is great. I only need 2 to 3. Remember what I told you about the art world? It's blind. People in it, the same. So you need to show them something. Your collection is your resume. You can't just say like, oh, you know what, I'm a great artist. Okay, yeah, but let me see your work. Oh, you know what, I only got one. Think about that. It's like applying for a job. It's like, do you have any qualifications? No, but I'm a great person. I work hard. Okay, yeah, but what shows that you work hard? Nothing. You have to show them something. Hopefully this video helps. I'd love to see your works. Comment down below. Message me, DM me. I'm gonna start to, build a community on this. Also, if you'd like to help support this channel, don't forget to become a member so you can help me grow this channel and help me in my pursuit of becoming a full-time artist. It would mean a whole lot to me. Every little counts. Thank you for watching this video. Keep on creating. See you in the next one. Peace.